You all know that scene with Tom Hanks. Well, almost exactly 12 years to the day that Tom Hanks' epic drama Castaway hit theaters, a real-life castaway started his unbelievable journey. It's a story that has the whole world scratching its head. How can this man, they're wondering, Jose Salvador Alvarenga, survive for more than 13 months stranded on a broken-down boat? Is it possible? In that time, he says he traveled from Mexico to the Marshall Islands. That is more than 6,600 miles. Now he is talking exclusively with CNN about this. Here is Rafael Romo.
He speaks slowly and makes long pauses between words. He's visibly weak and complains of constant headaches. Speaking exclusively to CNN in the Marshall Islands, 37-year-old Jose Salvador Alvarenga says he was lost at sea for 13 months after he and a companion were caught in a violent storm on a small fishing boat off the Mexican Pacific coast. They got lost, he says, just before Christmas 2012.
I didn't think I was going to die. I always thought I was going to make it out alive. I told myself I had to remain strong.
The castaway says he survived by eating fish and turtles he caught while his teenage companion, who he says refused to eat, died 4 weeks into the drift. Weeks turned into months, and his initial resolve, Alvarenga says, quickly started to fade.
Twice. I thought a couple of times about killing myself. I grabbed the knife. When food and water ran out, I got depressed, and I would grab the knife and contemplate killing myself.
Want to bring in Cody Landini's on the phone. He is the guy to talk to, an outdoor survival expert. Cody, there's a lot of skeptics out there when they hear this story. What are your thoughts? Do you believe the guy?
Yeah, well, only one person really knows the true story. The other one's dead, of course. I believe it's totally probable. Mm-hmm. This has happened before with at least 8 or 9 month journeys, so why not a few more months? It is amazing. Is it possible? Yeah, I think it is. Is it probable? From what I've heard from news reports, I would buy it. But again, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about the story.
I want your take on this. Let's talk about what he ate and drank. For food, Alvarenga says he would catch, kill, and eat fish, turtles, and birds. And to drink, he relied on rainwater, turtle blood, and sometimes his own urine. So I guess a survivalist in a way. Is that the stuff that you're going to go after if you were caught out there and went through the same thing?
Yeah, you're going to go after whatever's out there. So the nice thing he had going for himself, if you can call this nice, is that boat created a habitat. And we know that because it's covered with barnacles, right? So that brings in sea life. So you're going to eat whatever possibly that you can get. And that's pretty much what's on the menu out there. As far as drinking your pee, that's always a bad idea. He survived despite doing that because there's saline, there's salt in urine, but there's more concentrations of salt in ocean water. So that's a no-no. But the bottom line is the guy lived, and if this story is true, it is completely amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine what he went through being out there alone for as long as he says that he was. Cody, you teach survival skills. I'm sure it all comes down to, of course, getting the nutrients that you need and, of course, mental strength. Here's Jose again describing his secret to survival, and then we'll talk about it.
I did not think I would die. I thought I'm going to get out. I'm going to make it. Be strong.
Cody, is that the way to think, to never kind of think what could happen or I may not survive this? Is it to focus on hour by hour, minute by minute, what you have to do to live?
You hit the nail on the head, Susan. It's a positive mindset. And this isn't often talked about, but the psychology of a survivor often dictates the physiology. So, if you let your mindset go to hell and you still have a bunch of canned beans, it's quite irrelevant. Another thing that's also not talked about are people's higher power, their spiritual path. And clearly, the reason this guy survived is with his relationship to his deity, for lack of a better word. And again, that ties into survival psychology. And I've always said that psychology is really 90% of the ballgame, because it literally dictates your physiology to a certain extent.
Yeah, your mental strength, and you're showing that as we're watching on your show on the Discovery Channel. Cody, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.